I'm not gonna lie, dude. Those the embedded and press conference that got me hyped.
Mm-hmm.
That got me excited.
Oh my God, the bad blood.
Yeah. What up, Jobins? Episode 67. How we doing? Again, thanks for all the new subscribers. We appreciate you guys and all the love and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the comments when I did Sean and Tim's pod on episode 177, which was pretty lit.
That was lit.
Yeah. Dude, it was cool that they hit me up there because, you know, the boys were coming back to life after their party. And they're like, Schmitz, come join on the pod with us. And I was like, fuck yeah. Because this is my happy place, Jobins. Doing pods and especially being a guest on theirs, you learn a lot from Tim and Sean, and to be able to sit down and talk with them about shit, it's my happy place.
Mm-hmm. I love that.
And doing it with you, brother. Every week we try and get one out. We talk about some shit, like what we've created, this community we got with you guys.
Fucking love the Jobins.
Yeah, it means the world to us, guys. So we appreciate it. And again, sorry about the sound. Still trying to figure it out. We'll get there. Goals. Achievements. So yeah, here we are. We got good ass fights this weekend. Dude, that fucking press conference and the countdown. Man. The countdown was fun, dude. I really wasn't that excited. I was telling everyone in Twitch, which, by the way, you started Twitch.
I know. Thank you all the Jobins that have tuned in and watched, and then Sean rating me like that was crazy.
Wasn't that cool?
I had like 150 people watching me play Elden Ring.
Isn't that sick?
Yeah.
Didn't that feel cool?
It was cool.
And then everyone was being real cool talking in the chat.
Mm-hmm. I love the chat in the Jobins too, 100%. It's so much fun with you guys. So thank you.
Yeah. And you had a pretty easy way to set up. We still got to figure out when you play with people if they can hear you or not, because that was an issue I was dealing with Xbox.
Mm-hmm. Another thing too was the suggestions about like getting lamps, so like the overhead light's not so strong on my pod. Someone had brought that up. Thank you, Jobin, for that suggestion.
Yeah, you just need to get one of those little circle ring lights. We'll get it from Walmart.
Okay. My boy looking out for me. I like it.
Yeah. Well, and like in my room, I got the lights right above me, so it kind of just works out.
I love the lights you have. The freaking.
We need to get
lights.
You set up in the corner, dude.
Yeah, I don't have like a corner like you have.
I know.
You have a dope corner.
Yeah, we'll get you some LED lights because you got to have LED lights.
They're sick, dude.
Yeah. But what do you like so much about it so far as streaming? Because you just started, you know what I mean? You get a little nervous when you get on?
Well, what I like about Elden Ring is it's an RPG, and like I can ask the Jobins like what I should do and stuff, and like naming my character, and then they were saying Sir Jobin, so I put that in there. Mm-hmm. It's cool to be interactive like that.
Because at first you were a wizard, now you're a knight.
Well, I still got Wizard Chapo. Shout out to the Jobin Chapo who's been watching, because he was the first person in, so I was like, I'll name him after you, man. And then the mage, I got to get back at that. But damn, that's fun, dude. And you've been playing Horizon Zero Dawn too. That game's lit.
Yeah. We got to get fucking Sean to order that piece. It's $10, and then that way we'd be able to connect 3 Ethernet cables to it. And who knows? Maybe we all will be able to stream when we do it. Maybe not. But either way, if we're connected with the Ethernet cable, it'll help so much even more. But
right. And because we can't stream at the same.
Yeah, we have great Wi-Fi, and yeah, we can't. Sorry. But yeah. I'm just happy that you started streaming.
I'm excited.
Yeah, you fell in love with it. Twitch is really fun. And it's crazy what you can build with Twitch. So it is really cool. But yeah. Oh, back to the fights. So at first I was telling the Twitch fam, I was like, I'm not really that excited for this card. It's a good card, but I just kind of wish there was a title fight. There we go, Jobins. I know we weren't going to address it.
Oh, the Jets.
Yeah, dude, shit's getting real. And ever since we did the pod, dude, now you got me more. I'm more invested now. Now I know everything, and it's just like, damn.
Yeah, about NATO and Russia. It's a lot.
It's just crazy. It's just a lot. War sucks. Who knows where this is all going to go? Hopefully, I don't know.
Who really wins in war, too?
Nobody.
You know? Nobody.
Just
hope safety for everyone.
Someone's going to win in this war on Saturday night.
That's good transition, 100%.
Yeah, back to it. Because, man, Colby and Masvidal, dude. I think some of my Twitch fans, they were fucking saying they hate Colby because of his shit talk and the things he says. What do you think is the worst thing Colby says?
Ooh, well, I think the worst thing he probably says is, "Oh man, it's tough." Because
do you think he crosses the line more than other fighters or kind of less?
Well, to me, how do you cross the line when you're the toughest? Fighters are another breed.
Yeah.
And I think it's so dope that like he was offending Joanna, because we were watching that countdown, and it's like
And Dustin.
these top fighters, would they get that mad if they weren't getting beat up by the guy at the same time? Because loudmouths are one thing.
Fabricio threw a boomerang at him.
Loudmouths that can back it up and then get you really wild up.
But to answer your question, where do you cross the line? And the answer is when you make homophobic slurs, when you bring religion into it, and family.
Connor's done those things.
I know.
too.
I think, and that's what I was telling the Twitch fan. I'm like, if we're gonna get all pissy about Colby, I think Connor's done it worse. Because Colby, he calls Brazilians some nasty shit. He says some bad, and then he backed it up, and he kind of had a point. They were threatening to kill him, and they were trying to take the American flag and burn it. So, but maybe you shouldn't make racist comments. You know what I mean? Maybe you should say some more intelligent things.
I think it would happen the same way if like someone crossed over to the U.S. and was saying stuff like that. Like if a Russian or like a Chinese fighter was saying how stupid U.S. is, you would probably
Americans
see that.
would be trying to take that flag and probably So. Again, does that make them what he says true? No. And he probably shouldn't say those kinds of things. But when the shit talk that he was doing with Masvidal, that was pretty funny. Dude, I think he won. I think fucking Colby won that press conference and the countdown. He won it.
What happened when Ben Askren tried getting in his head?
Yeah.
He got taken out quicker than ever.
That's when I was talking to Tim and Sean, I'm like, okay, let's look at 3 things. Cardio. Who's got it?
I give it to Colby.
And here's where a lot of people different from me. Who's got striking?
I would give that to Jorge. He was the one that was helping Colby get into his striking, and they helped each other get to those aspects of their games.
That is true. But I don't know, man. I feel like because of the grappling aspect, it kind of advances it. Because he's a swarmer. Colby's a swarmer, and he can hit some good punches. And when he can swarm, now he can also take you down. That's not really Masvidal's game plan. Man, I give the power, the knockout power, I give to Masvidal. But I don't know. Striking, I don't know, maybe.
Well, what's scary was that Usman couldn't take down. He never took down Jorge Masvidal. He knocked him out in that second fight, but did he really do any wrestling?
That's true.
In the first fight, he didn't do any. I mean, he did the toe stomps. Because Kamaru Usman said it perfectly. He said, Colby's going to be surprised with how hard it is to take Jorge down. If you can't take Jorge down and you got a better striker up there, that could be a game changer.
Man. Well, then maybe in that case, maybe the cardio will help Colby.
We've seen him get tired. We've seen Colby get tired. Against the champ.
We're going to find out who's got the better hands, man. Because maybe it will come down to that. Because again, and then when the wrestling, I asked on the pod, I was like, well, who's the wrestling? And it would go to Colby. But you're right. Jobins, I admit, I really wasn't thinking about the Usman fight. Usman did have a hard time taking Masvidal down. But that doesn't mean you can't take Masvidal down. And look at Colby's he's good. He's a good wrestler. Mm-hmm. He's a fantastic. Go look at the takedowns that he gets on people. They're mean. You know what I mean? So I guess we'll find that out pretty quick, huh? Because if Colby shoots and Masvidal stuffs it, and then they can just get harder and harder, well, then we're gonna find out who's the better striker. And I think, and that'll also cardio will come into play. Mm-hmm.
Oh man, it's gonna be insane.
Because okay, if Colby can't take down Masvidal, is he just gonna keep him up against the fence? Isn't that just that's game plan B, right? So
I would clinch up and just because he's got the pressure and the cardio to really.
So then I guess we'll find out who's stronger.
Oh,
but all this shit talk and all the stuff got me so hyped, and I do really enjoy when it is people who are really good friends and buddies and then they're rivals. But I was getting this fake. Still part of me is like, are they amping it up a little bit? Like, yeah, do they have a little bit of beef? But they're like, hey, if we amplify this, we can really sell it. I don't know.
Even if you're faking it, man, the things that they were saying at that press conference, it goes too far, like you said, crossing a line. If it was a shtick at first, it doesn't feel like a shtick now. And I feel like Man,
it's real as fuck.
But like if they hug or anything afterwards, I'm not gonna say it's fake because when you fight someone
They're
like
saying
that,
they're not.
all that respect probably comes back after you put it all
I
on
don't
the
know
line.
about this one, dude. They might fight after the fight. You know what I mean? I'm very interested. I'm very interested. Let's do the picks real quick.
Yeah.
Let's do the picks real quick. Just real quick. We'll go through them. Main card. So, who are you going with? Let's start with the main event. Oh no. Let's just start from the bottom. Start from the bottom. We're not doing the whole card, by the way.
I got all of them.
I know.
I got you.
I'm proud of you. Jobins, I know I need to get we should do all the card, but we're only going to do some. The two that I'm looking forward to. Mm-hmm. Maybe if there's any that you're looking forward to in the prelims.
The whole main card's fire.
Yeah. Is there any that you're looking forward to in the early prelims or anything?
There's one that's
Is it the Brian Keller versus Umar Nurmagomedov?
Yeah.
That's the one I'm excited for. Mm-hmm. I'm giving props to Brian for stepping up and fighting Umar, and so that'll be real interesting. And if he were to shut Umar up, Sean made a funny comment. He's like, "What weight class is that at?" And I didn't realize it was up. It was up one. It was a featherweight.
Oh.
And Sean's like, "Why is that?" And I was like, "Oh shit, you right, champ."
They don't want to fight him.
Yeah, but hey, we'll see. We'll see, dude. I'm excited. Who do you got between that? Because Brian, he's been looking decent. Umar's got, obviously the fucking background of wrestling.
He's gonna win.
He's got you think it's
Russians
submission?
Dude, I gave a little bit of hope for Bobby Green, and he looked like he didn't even belong in the UFC.
Dude, that was supposed
to
happen.
He didn't even belong in the UFC. It felt like he does. He's a warrior. That's how good these guys are. That's how much levels ahead. So even to consider this fight, Brian, you're just call it sick now. Just be out of the fight now because you're not gonna make it, brother.
Yeah, dude, Islam. I love that we're seeing him strike and get TKOs and submissions and everything. I can't wait. Little sad that I was excited that he stepped in. He was going to step in for this fight this weekend, and then apparently he dipped out, and everyone's talking mad shit on him about it. So I wonder what happened. Maybe it was probably contract or something or weight classes, because I know that he wanted to. I saw something where he wanted to do a catch weight, so maybe RDA wasn't about that. But then now they're talking about the fight again. Who Islam was supposed to fight? Who was it again? Do you remember off the top of my head? Fuck. Beneil Dariush.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So now Dana White's like, we'll probably do that one, which I like. We'll see.
Because that's what should have happened in the first place.
Yeah. And then Turner versus Malarkey.
That was my next one.
Yeah, that's on the prelims. I'm excited. I want Jamie Malarkey to get it.
Oh, I'm against you on this. Jalen Turner is no joke, dude.
Yeah, he's really good. He's
a bigger guy too.
I know, but I don't know. I'm rooting for Jamie, the underdog. I'm pretty sure he's the underdog in that fight.
I think he's gonna get knocked out.
You think so?
I think he's knocked out.
Turner's coming up.
First or second round.
Turner's gonna be coming up. He's turning up.
Yeah. Oh
no.
That's a good fight, though.
It is a good fight. So those are the two fights that I'm most excited for the early prelims. All right, let's just do the main card. Mm-hmm. Sergey Spivak versus Greg Hardy.
I know.
Dude, I got Sergey. A lot of people are saying Greg Hardy, but I got Sergey.
I actually have Greg Hardy by unanimous decision, believe it or not.
I got Sergey by submission. I'm going to go, I would say second round. I'm going to write it down. Second round submission.
And it's
Let's see how horrible my picks are this week.
Even if you just get win or loss, I think that's good enough because it's so hard to know how exactly a fight's gonna finish. Yeah.
I'm telling you, Jobins, there's three types of picks for me. When the fight's announced, and I'll always say this, when a fight's first announced, your instincts kick in and you're like, definitely this person. Or you're like, oh man, I don't know, we'll have to see. Then there's the fight camp, we'll see how when they get there, and there's fight week. When you watch the embeddeds, when you see the weigh-ins, when you see the stare downs, you go, okay, I'm sensing this. Ooh, maybe it changes your mind, maybe it doesn't. And then there's actual fucking fight day. Octagon, when they're standing across from each other, you go, oh, I got a real fucking sense here. Someone's scared, someone's not. Ooh, he's bringing his fucking A game. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So picks are crazy. That's why for me, betting on fights, even when I can do picks without betting money, and they do so much better than when I pick with money, because then I start overthinking because I know money's on the line and shit. So betting on fights and shit, and picking fights, crazy. It's crazy.
Damn.
And it's hard.
And it's like you just never know that the guy could be fighting a champion. That's
Underdogs can win, dude. A right hook can land and change the game.
Just ask Amanda Nunes what it's like for underdogs to win.
Exactly. But yeah, so you're going Greg Hardy. I'm going Sergi. Main event. Greg Hardy was crying. He was talking shit about Tai Tuivasa, calling Tai a crybaby. When I've seen nothing but Greg Hardy cry about his loss to Tai Tuivasa.
He's going to win this fight, and he's going to get a rematch, and he's going to get Tai.
Yeah. I don't know about Greg Hardy, man. Who's the real Greg Hardy? That's who I've been this whole time. Like, who's the real Greg Hardy? Because to me, it looked like he was wanting the rematch, and he was like, oh, no, that wasn't a real win. And Ty's like, fly, and he was just talking shit, like calling him the crybaby. And then all of a sudden this week, fucking Greg Hardy's like, oh, Ty's a crybaby. Dude, Ty just had the biggest win of his life against one of the top. You know what I mean? So it's like, do some work, right?
My biggest thing about this fight is it's a real, it's going to tell how good he is levels-wise.
I already know.
Because if he gets wrecked by your guy, Sergi, I think that's going to be like, okay, maybe you should take a step back from the UFC.
Go into bare knuckle?
See?
Bellator?
Yeah, there is other promotions that would take him, 100%.
Dude, if he did bare knuckle, that'd be scary. Greg Hardy and bare knuckle?
I'd like to see Greg Hardy. Oh, Greg Hardy would probably get wrecked against Derek Lewis. I'd love to see it, though.
Yeah. It's just, it's his stand-up game, dude. Yeah, he hits hard. He's an athlete. He's got that. But, dude, when these dudes have been doing it their whole lives, there's just different levels. Mm-hmm. And you can't learn that really quick, like Greg Hardy's been trying to do. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see Saturday night how much improvement he's done. All right, boom. Improvement. Kevin Holland versus Alex Oliveira, Cowboy. The second Cowboy.
This one, for me, was kind of easy for me to pick. Mm-hmm. I think it's definitely going to be Kevin Holland. I think he's got the jiu-jitsu as well background to actually just cancel that out.
Hold on. You think Kevin Holland has the enough jitsu experience
to at least be defensive? And then I see Cowboy Alex Oliveira is going to get wrecked.
Really?
Yeah.
You're feeling confident after these last couple good picks you've done these couple weeks.
Dude, Kevin Holland just rolled up and hit and knocked out Souza from his back.
Dude, he's been trying to get better at grappling because of how bad it is.
Takedown defense. But
his
when he's
grappling is so awful. And you got to...
I think he's going to take him out, bro. He's the bigger guy. He's the lankier guy.
He is lengthier. And that
it's going to help with jiu-jitsu, too. What if he gets a triangle on Cowboy?
It's funny that you say this was an easy pick for you, because for me on the main card, this was the one, like, okay, if I was going to bet on the main card, this is the one I wouldn't bet on. I would just do the other four. I want Kevin Holland to win. It'd be nice to see him get a win because I'm rooting for Kevin Holland. I want to see him come back. He's a smart fighter. He's got the skill. He just needs to learn it. Again, though, when people have been doing the grappling their whole lives, you got a lot to learn. And if you're going to be trying to do it in this short amount of time, we'll really see how just fucking good that person is.
And it's a weight cut, too. What if he comes out and he's not as strong as he usually is? And if Alex Oliveira is stronger than Kevin Holland, I'd be a little concerned.
Dude, and Alex Oliveira has those crazy wild fights. They're kind of wild. And he can take people to the deep waters and stuff where it's just a dragger.
Yeah.
So, we'll see, man. I feel like I should pick on the pot. My brain's telling me Alex Oliveira wins, and I think by decision. I would like to see Kevin Holland win by a TKO. So there's that one. What's yours? Who do you got?
Kevin Holland's going to win by submission.
Oh, my. Dude, if that happens, I'm like, damn, Brendan, you really need to start fucking betting on money because I've lost my shit. All right, so Edson Barbosa versus Bryce Mitchell. This one I'm so excited for, dude.
Oh, me too.
This might be the fight. Well, I'm excited for the main event, but besides the main event, I think this is the fight I'm most excited about. I'm a huge Bryce Mitchell fan. I think he's fucking awesome. His personality is awesome. And I'm just saying it, incoming another Twister. Every time he fights, I'm just going to be like, Twister.
Those things are mean.
They're mean, dude. And it's cool. Like, he's just got such a cool, unique personality. Tim was talking good about it. Like, you wouldn't think this guy is this crazy dangerous and skill when, like, you see how he's like and what he does. But that's the nature, dude. I think that's the nature in Bryce Mitchell.
If Edson Barbosa completely destroys him this fight, though,
I'll be sad.
if he does that, I would be like, let's consider going to one of the gyms that champions train at.
Yeah.
But right now he's killing it with his guy. He's killing it in Arkansas.
Yeah.
And it's a change.
And I love the way he talks. Although he did have that little moment where it was kind of like, ooh, we probably shouldn't have just talked about that. But we'll move on. Because other than that, he's got a fun personality.
Why ask him a politically charged question like that?
Well, maybe he's got the answers.
Damn, but dude.
And his shorts, I love his camo shorts. I hope that they look badass. Have you seen them?
Yeah, I've seen him.
Yeah.
I've seen him. He's definitely gonna rock them.
So who do you got? You got Edson Barbosa in this?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I definitely got Edson winning.
Really?
Or no, wait.
Edson Barbosa versus Bryce
I actually
Mitchell?
had Mitchell by unanimous decision. I
got Bryce Mitchell by submission. I don't know if it'll be. I'm not joking when I say Twister, but I am kind of joking just because of how many times he's already done it, and he does it so good. So it's like if he's gonna get a submission, I'm just going Twister.
Edson's old right now too.
Yeah,
he's 36.
Yeah.
And Bryce Mitchell's only 27.
I think
that's
Bryce
a changing
Mitchell,
of the guard.
I think Bryce Mitchell could be champion. I'm just gonna say it. I think he could be champion.
Dude, if those leg kicks get him though, and he can't take him down, and he's getting pieced up, he's gonna be bad.
And he's been off for a while. It's like a year and a half.
He could get wrecked at the same time. Easy.
We'll see. Now we got the co-main RDA versus Renato Moicano. He was supposed to fight the other dude, who I think that would have been a really good fight. I was excited to see that guy fight.
Raphael Fiziev.
Yeah, I was excited to see him fight.
He's been looking good.
He'll get another good fight. I think this kind of might backfire for RDA.
Me too.
I think it might backfire, dude. Moicano is
but
I don't think Moicano would take this fight unless he, that's probably every fighter. But I don't think he would take this fight if he knew he'd lose.
Renato Moicano, though, he crumbles when you get in, pressure him.
And
he's a range guy, and he does submissions. He got Alex Hernandez good because Hernandez wasn't pressuring enough, I feel
And it
like.
is a win-win. You took the fight short notice.
RDA is going to probably charge in and piece him up.
Think it'd be a boring fight?
Ah, man.
I hope not.
Man, I picked Renato Moicano, but my heart and brain are both telling me, because I want to switch it right now and just say that RDA is going to win this fight.
By how?
He's going to pressure Renato, and he's just going to crumble, dude. He's a great, amazing fighter. I think he's got work that needs to be done, but this isn't his fight.
I'm going Renato Moicano. He's going to take the upset on short notice.
Ooh, I like the bold call.
I think it might be... What if it was by submission first round? He just come out and submitted RDA real quick?
I mean,
nuts.
He got a good submission against Hernandez.
Yeah, that'd be nuts. All right. Now, main event. I'm going Colby Covington. We kind of already talked a lot about it, but I'm going Colby. I think Colby gets it. Does he knock out Masvidal? That's the question.
I changed my pick.
After watching all that?
After watching the countdown and everything.
Now I'm interested.
And at what Usman had said, too, because I listen to Usman a lot.
Yeah.
And
he's going to be surprised by not being able to take Masvidal down.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going Masvidal.
I'm going Masvidal. And the energy that Masvidal has. He had one of the best performances against Ben Askren, and I think it had a lot to do with Ben Askren's shit talk. Ben Askren's a great trolling shit talker. And Jorge, it fueled him.
I just think Colby Covington's a way more well-rounded fighter than Ben Askren.
100%.
And I think when he steps in that octagon, he's extremely intelligent, and he's fighting really smart the whole time.
It's just not. You can fight smart, but when you're
I think both these guys can hold their emotions inside the cage.
One's channeled.
Inside the cage, I think they can both control their emotions. Outside of the cage, Masvidal's the wild cannon. You talk shit, he wants to punch you. You know what I mean? He was getting pissed at that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sticking with Colby. Probably by decision.
It's the battle of the egos, really.
It'd be crazy if he submitted Masvidal.
What if
Masvidal submitted Colby? Whoa.
What if Masvidal took Colby down and Colby couldn't get back up?
Oh, and he mounted him, just TKO'd him. That'd be nuts.
That would be probably the worst way for him to go.
They would definitely fight after the fight. I think no matter who wins and loses, I think they fight after the fight. All right. But yeah, we'll see how those picks go tomorrow.
Fuck yeah, I'm excited as hell for that.
Yeah. So UFC announced that Gilbert Burns versus Hamzat Chimaev is targeted for UFC 273 April 9th. Dude, I got fucking Khamzat Chimaev.
100%.
Timbo doesn't think so. Tim thinks that Gilbert's going to give him a challenge. I'm like, dude, I think Khamzat's going to throw. I respected Gilbert.
To jiu-jitsu level he
Yeah.
has.
And I'm really excited because Gilbert's a top dog. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the best, and he's really good. So this is like a good first test to see, all right, where's Khamzat going to be? Where's he going to be?
What if Khamzat's standing is better, though? You know what I'm
dude,
saying?
just a
And they
jab
cancel each other
knockout,
out.
Dude. And I love right now the friendship that Darren Till and Khamzat have.
I like it.
Dude,
too.
it's funny.
Darren needs a training partner like that to
Yeah.
make him better.
It really does.
We go, planes coming.
Dude, this shit's crazy. And they go, we don't even see them, Jobins. And you think they're there, but they're probably over there. It's crazy. Yeah. Who knows? But yeah, that's been a lot of fun. Did you see about Usman now he's talking about doing a September boxing match with Canelo?
That would be epic.
You think
That would
Dana's
be
going to let him do it?
epic.
You
Dude,
think Dana's going to let him do it?
Canelo's the biggest name. Canelo pieces him. Canelo pieces him up, dude. Have you seen his head movement? Have
All
you
these
seen
fighters wanting to do boxing and leave the UFC. It makes me sad.
He get wrecked in boxing. His boxing's good, but he can't wrestle. He can't do a double leg against Canelo. Canelo fucks Usman
I don't know.
up.
I don't know boxing enough, but I just thought it was interesting. Do you think Dana White lets him do it?
Oh man.
Because he's not Yeah, I think he just let Conor do it because of Conor's stardom.
Usman, to me, will have more of a legacy in the UFC and MMA
Oh,
than
100.
Conor. Strangely
Probably.
enough,
Dude, he's already almost got his one whole thing filled. He's got 2 more rubies to fill, and he's got the whole thing first filled. I think he'll be the first fighter to do that.
he's been lapping people.
Yeah.
When he was talking about the Jorge and Colby, it's like, dude, those are his 2 sons.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause
That's
he's-
what I was
he's
thinking,
daddy.
too. Yeah. 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 They were good fights. They were all good fights, too. And then, now we got to talk about the Cain thing, dude. Because this is just crazy.
Why?
This is crazy. So I'll give you a little scoop, what I learned. So Cain was arrested and charged for attempted murder. He could face up to 20 years to life if found guilty. Those charges are attempted murder.
Premeditated.
Shooting an occupied motor vehicle. 3 counts of assault of firearm. 3 counts of assault with a deadly weapon. And carrying a firearm with the intent to commit a felony.
He's going to get charged with all of them.
You think so?
It's pretty clear that he did all that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not something that you can really even debate. It's kind of just out there.
So you think he's going to get a good... But do you think... So he's going to definitely do a few years?
It's premeditated
Do you
100%.
Do you think because of what the dude is that was... But here's the thing that sucks. So when he was shooting at that... They did an 11-mile high-speed chase.
Yes, I was
which
going
is
to say.
crazy. This could be a movie, dude.
Through
A
San
movie
Jose.
And the target was this guy named Harry Eugene Goulardi. I don't even know how to say his last name. I don't even know if I should say that because, it's not... 100%.
It's in the articles.
It's in the articles. It's out. He's not charged with anything. But then the dude who actually got shot was his 63-year-old stepfather. He got shot once in the arm and once in the chest.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's where it's like, man, Dana White said it perfect. We all say we do it if something like this happened. Everyone's it's in everybody's has said it. Like, oh, if that ever happened to my daughter, I would just kill somebody. I'd kill him. And then Dana White's like, well, Cain Velasquez actually tried to do it. But here is the shitty part about the whole thing. It sucks that Cain Velasquez tried to kill him because it's like, dude, now you're going to be in trouble. You're not going to see your family. It's going to it has the consequences to the family. I saw this one video, dude, it happened where this dude found the guy who was doing stuff to his daughter and he fucking knocked him out and then broke his arms. And I was like, oh.
I get why you would do it, though, because you have such rage.
But that was probably smarter to do. You know what I mean? That dude probably didn't face prison.
Ooh, for assault,
But
dude. Rolling up to a dude and punching. That's justice in your own hands.
But I guarantee it's not as bad as actually shooting somebody.
Oh, hell no.
So you know what I mean?
He still probably could even get 5 years.
Yeah. And the chasing down, that could have been an accident that could have killed someone else.
They might charge him additionally, you think, for vehicular
Who knows,
recklessness
dude?
or something?
It just really sucks because I like Cain. And you know what's crazy about this whole thing is how I'm telling you, dude, media plays such a huge thing because at first it just soared through the internet that, oh, Cain Velasquez has been arrested for attempted murder. So everyone's thinking, oh my God, he shot somebody or did something crazy. Well, we're all thinking these crazy things. And then we go to find out the real story. And we're all like, holy fuck, free Cain Velasquez. You know what I mean?
This could fall so bad on the UFC and Dana White, because you know how
Why?
Jake Paul's been going hard on him. He's like, if the NFL owner said about head damage what you say about it, they would be out in arms. Because what if this is CTE? Because we're saying, oh, how could Cain be so stupid and reckless? Dude, head injuries and shit like that?
Dude.
Getting knocked out by Francis Ngannou?
You find out that this person is doing this to, I don't know, was it his daughter?
Or it was a relative. It was a family relative, probably like a niece or something.
Dude, yeah, dude. If I like, I'm starting to be like Uncle Schmitty to Elena, Sugar, and dude, if I found out that someone was doing that, you know what I mean? You would be fueled with fucking rage. But would you actually kill the person?
No. Just like, remember when, because it was funny because you were on the pod and Tim was like, it was a little bit earlier, and he was like, man, how much money you got, when he wanted to fight the guy, because it's like, not worth my time. Like, you are not worth my time. Yeah. I wish Cain would have been like, this guy's a piece of shit. I'll go to the authorities. I'll do this the right way.
We know where this dude is. We can get this guy in jail. Get him off the fucking streets.
Easier said than done. Because the rage part. I don't know what's going through his mind. I've never experienced that. And like I said, dude, what if he's been through wars. Yeah. He's a warrior.
He got knocked out by Ngannou. But yeah, it's hard to put the CTE in the conversation when it's the situation at hand. Like, but yeah, you got a point.
It could have contributed.
It just really sucks, because I like Cain, and I just feel so horrible for his whole entire family, and for the true victim of the kid. You know what I mean? So this is something that'll just play out forever. So condolences to all of that. Don't do that. You know what I mean? You can't kill people. You can't take the law into your own hand.
Even though it seems like what you should do.
Yeah.
But you got to think about the consequences.
Dude. I know. Because now, think about your family. Think about your kids. How does this affect them?
And I think it puts a stain on the MMA community. 100%. Because honestly, there's so many intelligent people within the MMA world. I'm not saying Cain's not intelligent. Yeah. It just comes off that way through media, like that he wouldn't think ahead. Oh. But like you said, anger up.
And when you're finding out how fucked up this could very well be a very fucked up story. You know what I mean? Who knows?
He could have done some breathing exercises.
Remember Hugh Jackman in Prisoner? He was crazy. He was losing his shit. So you do anything for family. You know what I mean? But it is nice to see it is really cool to see all the fighters stand up for him. And they all been posting their pictures supporting Cain and just saying free Cain. So it is cool to see all the fighters stand up for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just crazy, dude.
And shout out to the true victim who was, taken advantage of and everything. That's such a sad story.
It is.
Prayers to everybody.
That's how fucked up the world is, dude. Oh, yeah.
Man. And then, what'd you think? Are we segueing over to the movie we saw last night?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, Jobins. We saw fucking Batman last night.
The Batman. It's so different from the rest of them.
Yeah, you know what's funny is I bumped into Daniel this morning, one of the groundkeeper guys here. He's a fucking legend. Him and Sean. Shout out to you guys because you guys are legends. I bumped into him and I had to lie to him because he was really excited to see Batman, and you already know how I felt about the movie. So
you could.
I tried like not showing because it's hard for me to lie. I tried. You know what I mean? I was like, oh yeah. I was like, yeah. Robert Pattinson did pretty good as the Batman, and Paul Dano did pretty good as the Riddler. I was like, it was really dark and grimy. Tell the people what you thought.
I thought it was a good detective movie, and I liked the Riddler being in it, doing what he was doing, and getting Batman to fall into his plans, and then incorporating Carmine Falcone and the Penguin and Catwoman. There's 3 villains in the movie.
There were. It was a little bit of an overload, and I think that was the problem with the plot and the story. Boring. So long, so boring. Not enough of some stuff like Paul Dano and the Riddler. You know what I mean? I didn't feel any threat from the Riddler, and then all of a sudden at the end there's a threat, and it's just like, okay.
Dude, he's like a ninja. You
I
don't
don't
even
know.
hear him, and then he's behind you.
He should have just one scene. And here's another thing, Jobins. The trailers, I'm telling you, dude, they ruined the movie for me. They showed every cool scene in the trailer. There wasn't any more cool scenes because they were all on the trailer.
Yeah, I could see what you're saying about the trailer kind of throwing
Like the
you off.
cool fight scenes when cool things. You're like, oh, that was a cool scene. Yeah, that's it. You saw them all.
Well, you know what? I heard before going into this movie that it was going to be more Batman being a detective. I knew it wasn't going to be like as action-packed as,
And I did like that. It was more focused. Like, you hardly even see him without being Batman. You know what I mean? But again, I don't know, dude. I just couldn't get invested. That was my problem. I was 30 minutes in, Jobins, and I wanted out. It's a 3-hour movie. I was in a 2.5-hour hell last night watching this Batman movie. And I don't know if I'm overloaded with Batman and I'm burnt. You know what I mean? Because I didn't really like Ben Affleck's Batman and then I saw the Justice League Zack Snyder edition on HBO Max. And I was like, wow, this was way better. You know what I mean? Why couldn't they just have released this? And then now I got this. And I don't know, man. Do you think there's going to be more?
Oh, yeah. They had it was sequel bait
I know.
at the end.
But who knows? You never know with how the fans take it and criticize it. You know what I mean? It could flop, and then Robert Pattinson be like,
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
I'm
on
out.
IMDb, it has an 8.8 out of 10, and Rotten Tomatoes gave it an 85%. I think it's pretty good.
What's going on with me?
You gave it a 1.5
What is
last
going
night.
on with
a
me,
1.5 last night.
Was I tired? Was I just couldn't get invested? I was really excited. The movie theater was really
Well, you
cool.
get bored pretty easy on movies like Blade Runner 2049. You wouldn't even be able to tell me the plot points in it because you were bored at the first 30 minutes probably again.
It was such
and
a
you
bad
said
movie.
it was so bad. That would be another movie. I don't have the ratings for that, but it's pretty high.
Tom and Pammy, Pammy and Tom,
Pam and Tommy.
Tom and Pammy,
Pam and Tommy.
Pammy and Tom. Invested. Can't put my phone down.
Yeah, but it's not.
In fact, it has me picking my phone up to look more into what I'm watching and learn more.
Why would you? Yeah.
I don't know, man. Maybe it's superhero movie overload. I just couldn't get into it. And the CGI, I was like, man, they needed Christopher Nolan. Christopher Nolan's flipping trucks and shit in the fucking middle of New York or wherever, Chicago.
Man, there's some things that I would question. Like, how could you just let this guy go after these explosions? No spoiler, because I'm not saying who it was or how that happened, but I'm like, all this property damage, and you're just going to let him go?
Dude. Oh, man. That was hell last night watching Batman. Let us know, Jobins. Let us know what you thought of the Batman in the comments.
I say 7 out of 10. I thought it was a solid movie. It was a solid outing for Batman.
I'll give it another chance. I'll watch it when it comes out on some streaming service when I'm chilled and I'm not tired. I'm like, okay, I'm ready to give this another chance. I'll give it another chance. But as of right now, man, because the thing that sucks is I was really, when it first dropped, first trailer, I was like, oh, I'm excited. Mm-hmm. But I couldn't get invested.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry.
Well, you know what is even a better movie, though?
What?
Great movie. We have all these streaming services. We got the new living room TV.
Yeah, who needs cable when you got all these streaming services?
Yeah, Peacock,
probably paying more
Disney Plus, Hulu. There's so many to count.
There's so many. Everyone's going to have one day.
Disney Plus is Jungle Cruise with Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Emily Blunt. I think that's this younger generation's The Mummy or
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean. Thank you.
Maybe they're intertwined as one.
I mean, it gave me those. I felt nostalgia. I felt back to watching 2003 Pirates of the Caribbean, the fun in the movie, the adventure in the movie. Like, they're going out doing crazy stuff. There's supernatural elements. There's conquistadors who are undead. There's German bad guys. It has it all. I think it was better than The Batman. I would give it a 7.5 out of 10.
Okay,
Jungle Cruise Jobins. Check it out on Disney Plus if you have it. It's good.
My mom really liked it. She said the same thing. She's like, it was fun. It was an adventure.
All the characters are likable. You love all the characters.
All right, and they're gonna make more. So
I'm invested.
All right, I'll give it a check. Cause yeah, Jobins, we finally got a fucking TV in our living room. So now it feels like a living room, and Brendan's just been movie man now. He's just watching movie after movie.
Dude, I can write my screenplays on the couch, watch a TV.
What'd you think of My Girl? I showed him My Girl. Jobins, this guy's never seen My Girl, and that's Macaulay Culkin and
Anna Chlumsky is Veda, the main girl who's the my girl,
who are the
from 1991.
and then you got
Dan Aykroyd
as the dad.
as Veda's dad.
I forget who the mom is.
Oh my god, that.
But yeah, Jobins. I saw that movie as a kid. It's old as fuck. It's like 1991. And I rewatched it with him, and I'm like, "What the? This movie is a fucking trip."
Jamie Lee Curtis, by the way, is Dan Aykroyd's love interest.
Yes,
Boom.
Jamie Lee Curtis. There we go.
Those are the 4 big names in it.
4 big names. Yeah, but yeah, I don't want to spoil anything, Jobins, but it had this guy sobbing like a little bitch.
Dude, when movies get so sad and they tug on my heartstrings, I'm gonna cry.
You're getting older, and the more older you get, the more like it can barely be anything, Jobins. And I look over, and this dude's crying. I love it.
I have empathy, man. I feel like I understand these characters, and I'm crying because it's so sad.
Yeah. Halfway through the movie, Joe, he's like, What are we watching? What is this movie?" And then at the end, he goes, "You sick fuck, what are you making me watch?"
I know. It's like they had a...
It was a life lesson film.
Are there people into movies about suffering? They just love watching
just
movies
crush
about
your
people
heart.
being crushed.
Well, guess what you feel after watching a movie like that? Appreciation. So guess what? You learn something after doing that.
Yeah, I did appreciate.
Exactly.
Check it out, My Girl,
Yeah.
1991, Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
Yeah.
I cried a lot.
Yeah, Jobins, so today's what? Friday? Yeah, today's Friday. I got to go pick up Sean from the airport. Jobins, let me tell you, the fucking Phoenix airport,
Sky Harbor
can go fuck itself. It's so annoying. I'm going to have it down soon with how much I go there. You know what I mean? I'm going to have it down. But until I get it down, I'm like, fuck this airport. Even Evan said, fuck this airport.
I know.
And I'm sure that dude's been to fucking airports all around the world.
Well, he said the LAX is probably the worst, right, in LA.
Yeah.
So
I can't imagine, dude.
just because of how many people I'm sure are there.
You never know where the things are. You never know where to park. Where are you? Where am I? Who knows? I'm getting there. But yeah, going to pick up Sean. They said that we're going to watch the fights together this weekend. That'll be fun.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. Got to figure out a way to get the poster. I like to get the poster, Jopins.
We flow up to B-dubs. Just get there, get it.
Yeah. Dude, you know what I actually went through? I actually went through it a little bit like how you said a couple pods ago. But I went through missing the fam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I'm like, man, I really want to get everyone out here and have them visit just so we can see them. You know what I mean? This is starting to feel like home. Like the apartment feels like home. My room feels like my room. I know once I get that apartment job and I start fucking getting in the grind even more and start losing some more weight and working out, I know it'll feel better and I'll feel better.
Right.
But actually, like, maybe it was because of Tim asking me. It could very well have been Tim asking me on the pod that kind of triggered it. Because it's like, yeah, you know, I appreciated everything my parents did for me, but I always wanted to, you know, come out and chase my dreams and shit. And I always kind of knew being in Arnold, Missouri wasn't the place where we could accomplish some of the shit we want to accomplish.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I love that we've moved here, and I don't see me going ever back to Missouri. Mm-hmm. But at the one hardest thing is actually not seeing your friends and family. I mean, we work through it. You know what I mean? You go through it, I go through it, but you work through it. Thank God for technology because I'm able to talk to them and everything. But just like actually, because I'm a family guy and friend guy. All my main friends back at home, they're all day ones. You know, 14, 15 years of being friends. Me and you are 20 years friendship. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So like I'm close to all my day ones. They miss us just as much as we miss them too. So, but thank God we can fly them out. Mm-hmm. It's a long ass drive, but a short ass flight. You know what I mean? So I was thinking like, man, we got to get some family down here. So if this helps any Jobins out there that are like thinking about making the move, you're like, oh man, it would be hard leaving my family. At the end of the day, if it's worth and it's going to improve what you want to do in your life, I recommend it because it'll change everything. You grow as a person. We're growing every day. You know what I mean? I think we're getting better every day too at becoming roommates and learning everything.
Yeah, I think we're getting it down, being roommates.
Yeah, and shopping and everything, getting the layout of the new land. Because, you know, people get stuck when you live at home. You got your whole area mapped out in your head. You know everything like the back of your hand. You know, you don't need a phone to get somewhere because you don't know how to get there. You know what I mean? You just get there. So you get stuck in this like comfort zone. And I think that can really, being stuck in that comfort zone can change the outlook of your entire life. Because escaping that comfort zone and going and try something new what a life-changing thing.
It's difficult, but it's like a skill too. Like putting yourself in an uncomfortable position and then dealing with being uncomfortable is a real skill.
Yep.
Because like I could stay home. I could just, block myself off from any of these unnecessary pressures. They're all necessary though. You always have to, I'm saying this to myself, like I have to be uncomfortable. I have to get used to that because that'll make me better.
Right. To grow.
So I like what you're saying.
I got to do that with jiu-jitsu. I know I don't want to go in there and get my ass beaten, get my ears all fucked up again, but I got to do it. You know what I was telling myself? Because, Jobins, for real, with jiu-jitsu, I'm a little worried with my ears and everything because I got tubes and shit. I don't need them getting squeezed out, my ears getting fucked up because I don't have my boy, Dr. Sean Bailey, the greatest ear surgeon in the world. I don't have him anymore. So I got to protect my ears. But I'm like, if I just go in there, I don't have to go at everyone's pace. I go at my pace. I go with what I want to learn because I'm not in there to. Some people are in there for competition and actually trying to get medals and shit. Some people are in there just to learn, and that's who I am. If I'm gonna do jiu-jitsu, I'm in there just to learn and have a good time. I'm not in there to fucking get killed every fucking time and it's life or death tonight. I'm not in there for that.
That's kind of what I feel like I am.
Yeah,
I want the highest intensity I can get because it'll make me the best.
But that's an uncomfortable situation. You know what I mean? And I guarantee it. Because I've put myself in uncomfortable situations before. And once you break that in your mind that it's no longer an uncomfortable situation, you thrive in it. So, and that's growth. That's personal growth.
I feel like I suffer ego death every time I go in that gym.
Oh, fuck.
Because it's like, I'll get wrecked by who knows.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like thinking about like how much work they've put in and how much work I need to put in to get there. So shout out to everybody that does jiu-jitsu and fucking makes me better because I respect it.
Yeah. 100%. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're probably going to cut it here pretty soon.
Oh, wow.
It goes by fast, Jobins.
It does go by fast.
Yeah.
Damn Jets.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I know. And another thing that I kind of want to get up on is like people, I love when I see people chase their dreams like how we are. You know what I mean?
I love it too.
Yeah, like we got a couple Jobins that are really working on some shit and they're chasing their dreams. And it's like, keep doing that because that's what it takes to grind and get where you want to be. I truly believe in it. And then don't be that Jobin or that person that gives to expect. Because I've seen there's people out there that they give and they expect to get something and they get disappointed or let down. And that's something that you got to work on. You know what I mean? That me and you even work on still with things. Like you can't expect these things, otherwise you just get fucking disappointed. And then there's like ego in that and shit. You know what I mean?
You got to really, because I don't want to say don't have expectations, but I don't want to say expect things just because of like giving.
True,
like
because you do want to have expectations. And I was talking to this with the Jobins on Twitch, and one of the Jobins was like, I expect kindness. And I'm like, damn, you're right. You should expect kindness from people. Because I hate when people are just not kind. When they're just mean to be mean. Those are the worst kind of people. You know what I mean? Just like, get away from me. Like what Mo was saying about someone last night when we were talking back at home.
Oh my god! And it's
just like, who wants to be around that kind of person?
They hear a name and then they just want to say the dirty, like the meanest things they can say. Yeah. Well, that person can go.
And in the kind of interactions that we've had with some people who like push themselves upon others, like that's not good either. You know what I mean? You have to be. It took time for me before we even started doing this pod. And like with relationships, that's something I can bring this into. I have to be happy with myself before I can put any effort into a relationship. You know what I mean? If I'm not happy with myself, how can I be there 100%? You can't. And that comes with everything. That comes with your goals. Oh, I want to do this, but I'm not. I don't think I'm good enough. I'm not this. I'm not that. No, you gotta fucking think you're the best. You got to be happy with yourself, and you got to just stay fucking motivated. And I think that's just, I don't know what I'm trying to spit here. I'm just trying to spit something because I think I'm trying to let something out, but there it is.
Well, my thing too with what you're saying, because it's like don't try, do, like from Star Wars, Yoda saying that, but it's true. Like I don't want to try my best. I want to do my best.
Exactly. And let the results speak for themselves.
And then my best will get better. Exactly. That's the goal.
Right.
But yeah, just always stay motivated and always stay on the grind. And I think you'll be surprised how far you can really get.
100%.
You're a good example of that, brother.
So are you, bro. I appreciate that. But there we go, Jobins. episode 67. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed. Let's see how fucking horrible my picks are. We'll find out.
Yeah, let's get it, boys. Let's get it, Jobins.
Deuces.